the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Washington football team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here's Anthony McFarland to return from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. On first down, it's Newton. He gets it to Thomas. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. After the run, Newton going to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Buying time to his left. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
Now Newton on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Newton. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Maneuver his way down to about the 7. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. Still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick here is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Ryder. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run on first down. Patterson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run with Patterson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Ryder. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A carry for Gibson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd and a couple. Newton, the pass complete to Hakeem Butler. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Newton. And Thomas has it. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Logan Thomas experienced a breakout season last year at the age of 29. Converted from playing quarterback, he finished 3rd among tight ends with 72 catches, and it certainly looks like his future is awfully bright.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave it. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A throw over the middle, taken in.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
44, Mike, 44.
Here's Patterson. Jamin Davis, the rookie first-round pick, in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Right there. 54, right there.
To throw on second down. Ryder. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Ryder. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Check.
Now a give, right side. It's Patterson, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Second and 9.
Check. Watch 54. Mike 5-4.
Off the play fake. Ryder. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Play action. It's Newton. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Newton slings this deep for McLaurin, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Ryder. He completes it to Ridley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And that's another Falcons first down, courtesy of a catch there by Calvin Ridley. Now in his 4th season, he's coming off of his best year yet in 2020. 90 catches, close to 1,400 yards receiving. He continues to ascend up the charts as one of the top receivers in the NFL.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Kyle Pitts out of Florida was the 4th overall pick in the 2021 draft, the highest a tight end has ever been taken. A lot of people thought he was the best player in the draft as well. Wearing number 8, he's a matchup nightmare for any defense. Good grab there for a first down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryder. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Ryder. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Ryder. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
From his end zone comes McFarland. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Butler. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Newton. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. From his end zone comes McFarland. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Very good as a rookie. Terry McLaurin was even better in 2020. 87 catches for over 1,100 yards. He is definitely wide receiver 1 for the Washington football team.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the give, this is Cohen. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Gibson here running out of the gun, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. McFarland running out of the gun, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key 3rd down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks you'll ever see. Give him the ball. Let him pick it up.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a give to Gibson.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Tariq Cohen with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And Washington has taken the lead.
Touchdown, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Way to start. Woo! Yeah.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Ryder. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
To throw on second down. Ryder.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second and 7.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder, Jamin Davis.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Second down and 7. On the handoff, it's McFarland.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.